guys, how's it going? My name is Ollie and welcome to another episode of Amber Talk. Games finished Leyton Orient 2, Newport County 1. If I had to describe the game, it's the textbook definition of a game of two halves. You know, we have this really bright, energetic kind of get into it first half, and then second half it all just crumbles down. If games lasted 45 minutes, we'd go unbeaten in this league. But we can't kickstart into the second half, and you know we just don't have the right. I don't know. We just don't have the capability to perform over 90 minutes. Is I guess the best way to explain it. In terms of the goals, our goal pretty good. Pods, he just keeps it in on the sideline. Plays a beautiful ball. It looks like he's playing it into Twine, and then Twine just lets it run through his leg, goes into Proctor, and takes a little touch, smashes it home. Second goal of the season, 20 minutes in. But not, he scored it 20 minutes in, and it is his second goal of the season. It would be brilliant if we had 2 goals in 20 minutes, but no, 20 minutes in, Proctor scores again his second goal of the season. He's looking very good. Is he the answer to our attacking issues? Maybe, maybe not. Needs more game time, in my opinion. So then we go into half time, 1-0. As I mentioned, all bubbly, all happy, you know, playing really well. Second half starts, looking a bit shaky, as always. The first Leyton Orient goal is a bit jammy, is basically the words to describe it. Craig Clay shoots at goal, comes off Dolan's knee. It's a bit of a scramble in the box. Geordie McAnuff heads it over to Johnson, and Johnson just smashes it home. Equalises for Leyton Orient in the 62nd minute. And then you can kind of see the players get a bit depleted here. And, you know, we kind of realise that we've just thrown everything away. And then the second goal doesn't come much long after. Long ball hit down the pitch, falls to Brophy, and he just smashes it home into the bottom corner 8 minutes later in the 70th minute. You know, I think Townsend should be the number one, but I do think there's still a few mistakes left in him, and, you know, I don't know. But there's definitely things he could have done to save it, but, you know, goals are goals. There was a moment where we thought that we had equalised and brought it to 2-2. Tristan Abrahams, who had come on, I think just after Orient's second goal, he comes on, knocks it past, knocks it in, looks like a goal. Linesman flags it for offside. I don't think it was. And I think kind of the story of the day is dodgy refereeing. You know, at League 2 you're always going to get some awkward officials, but it just seemed like more decisions were going against us than for us today. But at the end of the day, you can't really complain about linesmen. You've got to be the better team in the game, and today we weren't. Orient were that better side. It seems as though finishing chances is the biggest issue. It doesn't matter how many strikers we bring in, if none of them can finish a chance, what's the point in having them? It's definitely something we need to look at in training. It's definitely something we need to address come January. We need a striker who is prolific. We've got Pods who can chip in with goals here and there, but he's aging, and, you know, we've not really got that player who's got the finishing touch. It's definitely someone we need to bring in. It's really becoming a concern now. But yeah, I will pass it over to the county fans, see what they have to say about today's performance, and I'll rejoin you at the end.
Hi guys, how's it going? Hope you're all well. Couple of my thoughts on yesterday's game. I was supposed to record this yesterday, but I was busy, so I thought I'd do it today. And yes, I have strategically sat myself in front of my prized possession. Anyway, I've not got too much to say. I'll keep it pretty short. The best thing about losing when you're on a unbeaten run, you get to start another one. no dramas. It had to come to an end at one point, didn't it? Let's be honest. We're still top of the league, still absolutely smashing it, way above everyone's expectations. Ours, the club's probably. Yeah, we should have taken more chances in the first half. We definitely should have scored 2 or 3, and Tristan's goal in the second half, I'm not sure why that was disallowed. But hey ho, we lost 2-1 to Leyton. We got loads of games left. I'm sure that we'll start picking up more points, and like I said a minute ago, start another unbeaten run. But what a position to be in just before Christmas, absolutely smashing it. Compared to years gone by, this is absolutely fantastic. So we can't moan too much, can we? You stupid dog. What you got? Wait, give me that, you. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. Yeah, it was great while it lasted, and I'm sure it'll happen again soon. But let's think about the positives more so than the negatives. And there's loads of them to look at. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Be good, look after yourselves. See you later.
Final score, Newport County 1, Leyton Orient 2. Still 3 points clear, so we've got to take that as a positive out of it all. But in the end of the day, it's obviously disappointing losing any game from the Papa John's Trophy to the league, to the FA Cup, but especially when you're being 1-0 down. Good thing is we are still 3 points clear with another hard home game against Salford City. The one thing I think that most teams at the moment are lacking is discipline. And after the Forest Green Rovers game, Flynn on his post-match conference made it quite clear that he put quite a lot of discipline in. Therefore, we won multiple games afterwards. Still top of the league, but obviously could have made it 6 points clear. What we need to do is just aim to stay top at the end of the year. Hopefully, we'll keep going. Obviously, for the manager as well, Scott Twine, possibly coming back to Swindon from his loan. Thankfully, keeping Brandon Cooper till I think it's the end of the season. The manager, I don't think he's made any big mistakes. It was a very close game, and obviously, within 8 minutes, within 9 minutes even, Leyton Orient from losing, drawing to winning. That's the thing that you've got to, when you go drawing, it's not always going to be as lucky as Morecambe. You're not always going to get a penalty, you're not always going to get a goal. Over a bit of a wake-up call with another harder home game. Only a few games now before Christmas, but just stay at the top before Christmas, and hopefully we'll still hopefully the obvious aim is to get promoted. But if you're gonna let a game go in 9 minutes, then it's not gonna happen. Overall season summary, because this is obviously my first time doing Amber Talk. The main stars, obviously the goalkeeper. I thought he's done really well. Obviously, I just think no one's played poorly in this team so far. It's been a horrible season for all, especially for Welsh football now. Obviously, with the only country in English football to not have fans, so it's obviously a bit of a blow that as well. But all we can do is just keep trying to win games, make sure we win it, trying to aim to win every game, because you can imagine what the boost could have been in Papa John's Trophy. Imagine now we get knocked out of the FA Cup and Papa John's Trophy. It'll be on TV, semi-finals and quarter-finals. At the end of the day, we do need to aim to win every game, obviously. So, at the county, stay safe, and hope for a better result on Tuesday.
I am so hacked off with that performance today. We lost. Doesn't matter. I mean, of course it matters, but it's how you lose. If you're gonna lose, and everybody does, you go down with all guns firing. You don't change anything. You do what's brought you success. And today we didn't do that. We didn't do it. We went into the lead, but in the second half, as soon as there was a bit of adversity and Orient equalised, it was like as if we threw the baby out with the bathwater. Blind panic set in. We stopped doing what we've been doing all season. We've been successful this season, keeping possession, holding on to the ball, denying the opposition the ball, building up patiently. We stopped doing that. all of a sudden, hoof the ball forward, hoy it forward. And there's no pace up front because we've got Podge and Proctor up front. But we'll just kick it forward. We'll just kick it forward. Everything we've done to make us successful this year, we'll throw it away. Liverpool wouldn't do that. Barcelona don't do it. Man City don't do it. You don't change the way you play. You don't stop playing football because something's happened. There's been a bit of adversity. You've conceded a goal. And the way we reacted to that adversity is what really annoyed me today. Because I honestly feel if we'd have had some collective or individual leadership on the field today, and we had some very experienced pros out there today, mind. I mean, Podge, Mickey, Matty Dolan, they were all there, all experienced professionals, and yet there wasn't anyone there that could say to the boys on the field, game management, look, we're not going to panic, we're just going to do what we've been doing this season, and we'll get back into the game by keeping the ball. You can't score if you haven't got the ball, and all we did was give the ball back to Orient from the minute that Orient equalised. You could see the writing on the wall. You could see the writing on the wall by the way we started to change the way we played. And that's what's really cheesed me off. Really. It's mental. It's up there. It's psychological. And it's not an ability issue. It's not a technical issue. It's game management. And it's just mentality. You've got to have the right mentality. And you don't panic. It's just so annoying because we've got the ability, we've got the technical ability, we've got the players there, but I don't know why this sometimes happens. I don't know why it sometimes happens. We just don't deal with adversity better. We've got to learn that quick because make no mistake about it. If we were in the first division playing a first division team, League One, and we do things like that, we're going to get pulverised. And we lost today in League Two. You just got to keep doing what you know. You play to your strengths, and our strength this season's got us where we are is playing possession-based game. And so there you go. That's really annoying me. That last half hour. That last half hour was bloody dreadful. There's no easy way of putting it. And sorry to swear and all that sort of stuff. I know we scored a goal in the second half, and it was a perfectly good goal. Absolutely perfectly good. Tristan Abrams out-muscled the defender. Simple as that. Why the linesman put his flag up, I have absolutely no idea. Whether he was spooked by some of they're not used to having supporters behind him anymore, and maybe the Orient were whining at a few of his decisions, and up his flag went. That was a perfectly good goal, Lionel. Tristan Abrams just out-muscled the Orient defender. Games change matches. Games change momentum. It is possible. This is fanciful thinking, mind. It is possible if that goal had stood, which it should have done. We might have got a bit more confidence. They might have been deflated, and who knows. But it didn't happen, and we kept on then trying to hoof the ball forward, blah. Absolute rubbish. Didn't deserve anything out of the game because although it was a game of two halves, Orient were much better than us in the second half. Purely and simply because we let them be much better than us, and that to me is unacceptable. And the last 30 minutes today was unacceptable. As things stand, with 3 points clear. So a bit of perspective on things. It's absolutely brilliant. We're having a great season. Tricky game on Tuesday, but Flynn's got to get those, I think they know it themselves, mate. I think the group got to get together and say, why did this happen today? Because it really was piss poor. Why did it happen? They got to sort it out. The good thing is we've got a game coming up really, really quickly, and it's against a good side. So, we can get some points on the board on Tuesday, then we can put this horrible experience behind us. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that. And onwards and upwards, really. But can't help it. I'm just really cheesed off tonight because of what happened. But maybe we can turn things around on Tuesday. Keep our fingers crossed. Everybody stay safe. Enjoy yourselves tonight. Have a nice weekend and up the county.
So what can I say? Yesterday ended in disappointment. Leyton Orient 2, Newport County 1. Game of two halves, really. I thought first half, I don't think we dominated the first half. All over them. Could have had one or two before we even scored. Could have should have had a second after we scored our first. It was a good finish by Jamie Proctor. Good work by Hammond, Twine, and obviously Proctor to finish it. It was a good step over by Twine though. But then in the second half, then we just came out and we looked totally different from what we did in the first half. It was almost like we met a bunch of strangers, 11 strangers, in the dressing room. They all took their shirts off and said to them, right, here you go, your turn now, because they were totally different. And Leyton Orient should have won, and they got what they deserved in the second half. They were all over us, and once they equalised, they were the only team to go and win that then, because they looked a hell of a lot better. Like we had 11 shots in the first half, we had none in the second, and I don't understand it. And the thing is, Flinney, he even brought on attacking players to try and rectify that. He brought on Kevin Ellison, he brought on Tristan Abrahams, he brought on like Devitt, he's a more attacking minded midfielder. He brought on Robbie Wilmot. Like he tried to go at them, but we just didn't create anything. It was just so dead in the second half, and which is a shame, because Cheltenham drew yesterday. So if we'd won, we would have gone 6 points clear, and we would have had a bit of breathing space, and we wouldn't have made it so tough on ourselves going into Tuesday against Salford. Whereas now, because Salford are good at home, we've given ourselves a real hard task going into Tuesday against Salford. It's going to be a hard game because we're only 3 points clear now. I was disappointed at the end of it yesterday because of how well we played in the first half. And the thing is, I just think if we do the same against Salford, I think we will win that, or at least get something out of it. But we mustn't get too complacent, and I think that's what the problem was yesterday. I think we got a bit too complacent, and we thought maybe, oh, the game's done now. How we played in the first half is good enough. We don't have to do as good in the second, just whatever. And we thought we probably just got too confident. We probably got a bit lazy, and we thought the game was done. And we invited them back into the game, and in the end, we're the ones who pay for that, which is a shame because we've been on really good form lately. And I'm not criticising any of the players for how they've played recently, or even the first half of yesterday. I'm just saying of how the second half yesterday. That's the only complaint of what I've got of how we've played recently, not of how we played in the past few games, because I've been very impressed. Like, look where we are. You can only be happy about that. I'm just disappointed about yesterday's second half performance. That is it. And it's just a shame because Carlisle won, Exeter won, Cheltenham drew. Like, it was a game we should have won, and judging it on the first half, I was quite confident that we would. But you don't win them all at the end of the day. It does happen. We've just got to try and not let it get to us too much, and we've got to try and move on, not think too much about it, and go into Salford with a positive frame of mind. If we do that, I think we will win, or let alone we won't lose. I think we could get, like, even if it's a draw, it won't be a bad result away at Salford. But if we do go into it with a positive frame of mind, we play how we did in the first half yesterday, I think we will win. I'm confident, because Cheltenham yesterday, they gave Salford a hard game. They could have won that game by a couple of goals. They pressured them. Salford defended really well. Cheltenham, they had created quite a lot of chances, and they could have scored quite a few goals. But I feel that if we create those chances, I think we will take them. I do, because we've proved that we can finish. We got finishers in Tristan Abrahams, Padraig Hammond, even Kevin Ellison, Jamie Proctor, Scott Twine. We've got players who can finish, and if we do get those chances, I think we will beat Salford. I do. And I think there was some good players out there yesterday. Like I said, you've got to credit Jamie Proctor with the goal. Scott Twine, I feel he played well. I thought Podge played well in the first half. I thought in the first half there was some really good performances. by individuals, and at times we played some really good football. So it's just a shame. But at the end of the day, like I said, you don't win them all. It's disappointing because at the end of the day you want to win every game, but unfortunately you don't do that. So all we've got to do is just try and forget about this, try and look forward to Salford on Tuesday, and like I said, go into it with a positive frame of mind. If we do that, I think we will win. So as always, up the county.
So guys, that is this week's episode of Amber Talk. We're still top of the table. We've got a 3-point gap over Cheltenham. They drew with Salford today, who our next game is against. We are away to Salford on Tuesday night, 7 PM kickoff. Could be a teetering game. You know, they've just drawn with the team in second place, but at the same time, we have beaten Salford this season, so very much like today, it's a game that could go either way. Hopefully, we pick up a win. But, you know, if we don't, might not be the end of the world. But, yeah, so Salford is the next game coming up. If you did enjoy this week's episode of Amber Talk, don't forget to go down, drop a like on the video, leave a comment. What did you think about today's performance? Subscribe to the channel, really helps us out, and you get to see all the future episodes of Amber Talk. Yeah, so I will see you now on Tuesday night after the game against Salford. Hopefully we bring back 3 points. But I'll tell you on Tuesday night. As always, my name's been Ollie, and up the county.
Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again, make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.